Legal Analytics in Environmental Law for the Environmental Legal Research course at Boston College Law School. Legal analytics is the practice of using data analysis techniques to gain insights into legal trends and outcomes. It involves analyzing large amounts of data, such as court dockets, legal filings, and case outcomes, to identify patterns, predict results, and improve decision-making. Legal analytics tools have been developed by startup companies and also by traditional legal research providers like Lexis, Westlaw, and Bloomberg Law. Legal analytics tools often use interactive data visualizations such as graphs, charts, and timelines. RavelView on Lexis is an example of using legal analytics in case finding. Data on how frequently a particular case is cited by other related cases, their relevance, and court levels are illustrated graphically so users can see the seminal cases being relied upon by the other cases in the results set. Legal analytics can be used in environmental law to make data-driven decisions involving litigation strategies. For example, what arguments have been successful in making claims for lack of standing in citizen suits. Analytics can provide information on likely outcomes for particular motions. For example, how often will a claimant win on summary judgment for CERCLA liability? Analytics can also help you make decisions about where to bring an action if there is a choice of venues. Analytics allows you to make decisions. Analytics allow you to more accurately predict how a particular judge might rule on a particular motion, or how likely that judge is to steer the parties towards a settlement. Analytics also provide useful information on how long the litigation is likely to take, which helps manage client expectations. It's important to understand the data underlying analytics tools in order to evaluate the results and how to incorporate them into your research. For example, Bloomberg Law Analytics only covers federal courts. Looking at the appeals outcome of the environmental cases from Judge Edward Lodge from the U.S. District Court of Idaho, it looks as though he is frequently reversed, but this is a small data set of only 14 cases. Looking at the much larger data set of 136 of his appeal cases, we can see Judge Lodge is only occasionally reversed. To not make unwarranted assumptions, you need to know the source of the data, its scope, and dates of coverage. You should also know how frequently it is updated. It is also helpful to understand how the data sets are reviewed and compiled. Is this data reviewed by a human, or is it a computer algorithm? Is the data normalized? For example, if a name is misspelled on the docket, is that information corrected in the database in order to preserve accuracy?